Betrayal in Dex and Sonny's shadows on General Hospital spoilers. Do you want to know what's going to happen on General Hospital today? Then watch the video until the end. And subscribe now to get all the updates from GH Update News. General Hospital is never quiet, and this time the city is on the brink of fire. Sonny Corinthos, the city's undefeated mob boss, now realizes that someone has made a hole in his empire. And the center of that suspicion is now one name, Dex Heller. It's late at night, and the Corinthos coffee warehouse is plunged into darkness. Sonny is sitting in his office watching old CCTV footage. Brick next to him, a look of concern on his face. Sonny says, "Roll it again," and Brick replies, "That's the third time, boss. You really think it's Dex?" Sonny narrows his eyes at the screen and says, "I think it's someone who knows my world a little too well, someone I trusted." The footage shows someone secretly copying shipment information inside the warehouse. The face is not visible, but the body language is familiar. Sonny's mind doesn't lie. Dex Heller is sitting alone in his room, a cell phone in his hand, which someone gave him for secret communication. The message flashes on the screen, "Mission incomplete. Finish the job." Dex is fighting within himself. His mind is racing with his responsibility and gratitude to Sonny, who has given him a place like family. But an unknown voice is playing in his head, one that wants to use him against Sonny. Dex says to himself in a shaky voice, "He's not a monster. He's the only one who ever believed in me." But that unknown instruction is showing him the way back. The next morning, Sonny calls Dex. The air becomes heavy as Dex enters the room. Sonny says, "Close the door," and Dex quietly closes the door. "What's going on?" Sonny says with fire in his eyes, "You tell me. Why am I hearing that someone's been feeding intel to the cops?" Dex says, "You think that's me?" Sonny says with cold fire in his eyes, I don't know anymore." Dex stops short, guilt and pain mixed in his face. He says, "I've done everything you asked, Sonny, everything." Sonny says, "Then tell me the truth before someone else does." Carly suddenly enters, panic on her face. "Sonny, you can't do this now. Jason's back, and someone's trying to divide you two again." But Sonny doesn't stop, slowly walking towards Dex and saying, "You got 5 seconds, Dex. Either you tell me who you're working for, or you walk out and never come back." Dex's voice trembles. "If I tell you, they'll kill me," Sonny says. "If you don't, I will." The whole room is silent. Brick stands outside, his hand on the gun. Just then the phone rings. Brick picks up the phone, startled. "Boss, it's Jason." Sonny freezes. Dex says quietly, "He's the one who saved me." Everyone is stunned. Dex explains that he rescued Jason, who was a prisoner, during his escape, then returned him to General Hospital, but on one condition: he must find the enemies within Sonny. Sonny looks at Dex slowly and says, "You mean you were working for Jason?" Dex replies softly, "Always." That one sentence changes everything. Sonny realizes that Dex wasn't cheating on him, but was working for Jason. But this revelation sets off a new disaster in the main story of General Hospital. Now the question is, who does Jason really think of as the enemy? Sonny? Or is there someone else running the whole game from behind the scenes? The final scene shows Jason standing in a dark room talking on the phone. He knows now, and an unknown voice says, "Good, let the war begin." The camera slowly pans to 3 photos on a table, Sonny, Carly, and Dex, with targets written in red ink. The shadow of betrayal between Dex and Sonny spreads across General Hospital. Jason's name is back, but which side is he on? That's the biggest mystery on General Hospital. Fans know, this isn't just a war, it's personal. General Hospital now stands at the beginning of a new era, where friendship, love, and revenge all combine to create a terrifying Port Charles. But there's no peace. The city seems to have stopped breathing. Sonny Corinthos knows that from today on, his empire will never be the same again. Dex Heller's true identity has come to light, and Jason Morgan's strategic intervention has rewritten everything. But the criminal world of Port Charles is never silent. Sonny is under great pressure, and in response to that pressure, he gathers all his trusted lieutenants, Brick, Curtis, and Jason's close aides, together. Jason himself goes out this morning to the dimly lit streets of the city to check on several secret sources. His eyes are the same cold as before, but his face shows a new determination. He knows that Dex cannot be completely trusted, and Sonny's life is still at risk. General Hospital fans are watching with bated breath. Jason is taking action alone, but he understands that those who are his and Sonny's enemies must find out the location. Dex is sitting in Sonny's office at this time, panic and responsibility mixed inside. He knows he has to follow Jason's plan, but looking into Sonny's eyes, he can see that every decision he makes now could have dire consequences. Sonny says sternly, "Dex, today we find out who's really playing against us." And Dex says softly, "I'm with you, boss, but trust me, it won't be easy." Carly comes home from the hospital and sends Jason a message. She knows that in this war, it's not just about men's strength, but also the strength of intelligence and relationships. Jason glances into the background and says, "Carly, I won't fail." Her eyes are filled with not just revenge, but also a determination to protect Port Charles. On the other side of town, Dexter's old enemy and another of Jason's mysterious characters suddenly come to life from a dark corner. Their plan? To destroy the Corinthos. Dexter is short on time and Sonny is strong, but Jason's strategy is now the key factor. General Hospital fans are buzzing online, excited because their favorite characters are together, but unknown dangers are all around. Finally, at night, Jason, Sonny, Dex, and Carly come face to face in a warehouse. Rain falls, lightning flashes, and there is the possibility of enemy attacks at any moment. Sonny says, "We strike together, or we fall separately." Jason shakes his head. Dex says in a low voice, "I'm ready." Carly holds his hand and says, "Let's end this." The General Hospital audience is silent because the next step is completely unknown and dangerous. The final scene shows Jason standing in a dark room, a small but important file in his hand. He knows that in this battle, not only strength but also intelligence and faith will win. The camera slowly pans around. The shadows of the warehouse, the flashes of lightning, and the shadowy silhouette all combine to create a terrifying storm. The screen slowly fades to black, and the text below reads, "Next on General Hospital. The final showdown in Port Charles. The Battle of the Corinthos has begun. Jason, Sonny, Dex, and Carly fight together, but the enemies are close and well-planned. Port Charles now faces a new chapter, where trust, revenge, and power compete against each other. General Hospital fans know that this battle is just the beginning, and the real surprise awaits in the next episode. Thank you for watching the video. Click the subscribe button to get regular soap opera updates, spoilers, and analysis. See you soon in the next video.